Welcome everybody to the best damn movie related show on the internet. It's Saturday. It's Geeks of the Roundtable Day. It's the best damn day of the week. And of course, I'm not here alone. As always, I am joined by my co-host, Zach Pope. How are you doing today, Zach?
I'm ready, man. Okay. So I have our other screen up, and no. So it's funny. So I always have the other screen up, and an ad always plays, and it's always weird when the ad plays. Well, the sound went on, and it was music. I was like, oh, is Ren playing music now? Like, are we allowed to play it? Like, we're doing like music now for the beginning? and no, it's a fucking ad for yogurt. Like that's what it was. So I'm doing good, man. I'm excited. We have a lot of fun topics today. I'm sure we're gonna have a lot of fun in the chat.
Do.
And yeah, guys, thanks so much for joining as always.
Yes, thank you to Movie Fan, to Zach Pope, who is also in the chat, Eric Thorpe Reviews, Movie Fan, Demonician Scott. Shout out to Eric Thorpe, who just added me on Facebook this week. Good to see you there too, Eric. Thank you guys all for being here. You know this works. We're going to do our weekly ranking. We're going to do some news, and we're going to get into your live questions. There's three ways you can ask questions.
And then if you pay us $1 million, we'll get naked. $1 million, though. $1 million.
Okay. Okay.
What? It has to be one super chat, though.
I concur.
One super chat comes in, and it's $1 million.
No, not super chat. Go through the tip link.
The tip link, yes.
Super chat, Google keeps like 25% of it, or something, or 20% of it. But yeah, you guys know how this works. You can ask questions three ways. Just type them into the live chat. We'll do our best to get to them, and if it is appropriate for the show. Or you can support the show while you do give us great questions, because you guys always give us great questions. Go through the tip link or super chat. Just if you feel that $1 million thing that Zach brought up, just it's better for us through the tip link. All right,
and there is something I want to address off the top real fast. I want to say rest in peace to Chadwick Boseman. You know, it's already been a year. It doesn't feel like a year.
I was going to do that as one of the topics.
No
worries.
No, it's still heartbreaking, man. Every day I still think about this shit. And I remember last year after he passed away, movie theaters reopened. They did a whole marathon of all of his films. I went to every single one but one. Yeah. I've never seen that New York cop one. 21 Bridges. Yeah, I never saw it. I don't care to see it. It's the only one I didn't go see. But I went and saw 42, Black Panther again, Get On Up. I saw a bunch of his movies, and it's still emotional, man. Like, I have not been this like emotional towards a celebrity death probably since Carrie Fisher. And I think this one was the worst because he's so fucking young. He was so young, and it came out of nowhere. Where like Carrie Fisher and some other, I mean, if we're talking about shocking deaths, probably Robin Williams was the last movie star that passed away, and I was like, what the fuck? So, rest in peace, Chadwick Boseman. I want everyone in the chat to kind of say their favorite performance in him, other than T'Challa. Ren, what is your favorite performance of Black Panther himself? T'Challa, Chadwick Boseman, the man.
I think mine is either between. No, it's not. I'm gonna go James Brown. My favorite performance is still.
It's a great performance.
It's still James Brown. Yeah, and Get On Up. I just saw it last year. Like after he passed away, I meant to watch his movies that I had missed, and I still haven't seen 42 to this day. But Get On Up, really? I didn't love the movie. I was blown away by his performance.
And I so agree. I don't love Get On Up. I love him in Get On Up. 42 might be...
That first scene alone.
Yeah. So, performance, like movie-wise, other than Black Panther, The Five Bloods is probably my favorite. I love The Five Bloods. My favorite performance, though, is Ma Rainey's Black Bottom. He should have won. Okay. I mean, I know Anthony Hopkins was amazing, guys. I know. The father was incredible. I mean, that film definitely.
I think you're in the majority, though. I think you're in the majority.
Well, a lot of people say it's because he died. No, like I watched Ma Rainey, and I do not like stage play movies. I fucking hate Fences. I think Fences has great performances, but everything else just does not work for me. Like I'm not a fan of those movies. Ma Rainey is an hour and a half. Fucking wins me over. I love how short it is. I love how cut to the point it is. every performance in there is great. I mean, every performance, but his performance, I mean, his 2 monologues just blew me away.
Yeah.
Like, I just sat there like, I mean, I don't want to get religious and everything, but he somehow knew that this was his last performance. I mean, seriously, he left it all on the table in there. So, but the Five Bloods performance, I mean,
it wasn't his last performance.
Technically, What If was, yeah.
Yeah.
But live action performance.
Yeah. No, I get
so I don't know. It's really unique, but it's emotional, dude. Every time I go back to rewatch one of his movies, I just sit there. I'm like, man, gone too long. He's an incredible star, and he did so much. And I don't know. Bring on Black Panther 2. Let's see what they're gonna do, man.
Yeah.
Let's see how they're gonna honor him.
And he left an impact, which I think is most important. So rest in power to our king, Chadwick Boseman. All right, guys, let's go into our weekly ranking. And I think I started last week, Zach. So why don't you go ahead and give us your weekly ranking first?
So flat out, just so everyone knows, I didn't watch too much stuff this week. That's just
me neither.
I honestly, like, this week was kind of nice. I think I only had 1 screening, and then next week I don't even have a screening. I'm kind of relaxing before TIFF. To be flat out honest, I really like, usually I've been going for like the last 3 years, so I'm kind of not happy about this. All right, so at the bottom, I'm kind of gonna list stuff that I've also just kind of rewatched. So at the bottom is a movie that everyone shits on, but I actually did not hate. Sweet Girl. It wasn't bad. It wasn't bad. I liked it.
I told you it wasn't bad.
Yeah, I don't get the hate. I've been seeing these 1 out of 5 stars. I'm like, Jesus Christ. Twist is actually pretty cool. I like the twist. I thought it was cool, interesting.
I still can't disagree. I can't agree, but I can't disagree either. I still don't know how to feel about it. It's kind of just there for me. It's like, curious choice,
dude.
You did that.
So it happens, and I'm sitting there, and I'm like, texting my girlfriend during, because she always watches movies I tell her to watch. So she wanted me to watch it, so I was like, I'll fucking watch it. And I liked it. Like, again, it's absolutely filmed horrendously. The action is filmed horrendously. Just every fucking shot is. It's filmed like TV. It's filmed like fucking TV. It's terrible. But I love Jason Momoa. Isabella is great in it as well. So I like that part. So that's at my bottom. Next on my list, and this is a really good week for stuff. I mean, What If? I love this What If episode. I thought it was fantastic. It's right there to be my favorite one, but the Chala one was just incredible. I love the whodunit mystery of it. I was guessing all the way up until the end. Definitely a great thing. Next on my list is Don't Breathe, the first one. I showed my girlfriend it for the first time last night. She'd never seen the sequel. She doesn't care to see the sequel. But after seeing this, she really doesn't care to see the sequel. She goes, how did they make a sequel about a man with a turkey baster? Her reaction to the turkey baster. My favorite thing is to show people that movie and then watch their reaction to that. Because that movie's going in one direction. And then the second they go in the basement, it literally shifts. Because the whole time you're like, well, fuck him. Good for him killing that guy. Good for it. You know what I mean? Fight back, man. You know? And then he gets down, and then they get downstairs, and you're like, oh, you're a piece of shit. I mean, they're pieces of shit too, but you are a piece of shit. And then it gets worse as it just goes on and on and on. It's one of my favorite modern original horror films. I love it. I love it. Still holds up to this day. At my number 2 is Candyman. I know a lot of people disagree. Like, it's not even disagree. This film has a wide range of emotions and a wide range of thought. Which I kind of love. Like, I love that everyone has these thoughts. And the big issues were still my issues. They just didn't bother me as much. I'm not a fan of that original Candyman. Like, I like it. It's good. It's fine. It's whatever. I don't rewatch it. This one's great. I think it's better than the original. Nia DaCosta's directing is great. I actually love how it ties into the original because I was not expecting this. I never saw a trailer. I didn't know what the fuck the story was. I just knew who was in it, who was directing it. That's it. And maybe that was the reason that I was so shocked and surprised by certain twists and turns and events. My favorite thing, though, is the way that Nia DaCosta handles the kills in here. The mirrors have never been more effective for Candyman, and I love it in here. And at my number one, it's the Spider-Man No Way Home trailer. Fucking great.
All right. Alrighty, my weekly ranking. I also didn't watch a ton of stuff this week. I'm actually going to talk about 2 movies that I haven't reviewed, but one of them I'm technically going to review after the show, so pay attention to my Twitter, and maybe I'll upload it as a short on YouTube. At the bottom, I watched this, was it yesterday? No, Thursday. I watched it Thursday. Demonic, man. Demonic by Neil Blomkamp is utter garbage. I didn't review it because I have nothing to say about it. There's
Did you
nothing
see it
to talk about in this
Did you
film.
watch it at home?
What?
Did you watch it at home?
No. I went to see it at the cinema.
Oh, okay.
It's completely uneventful. Nothing happens. Nothing that happens you care about. It's a whole hour and 45 or 44 minutes of nothing. Absolutely nothing. So that's my bottom. It gave me nothing. It gave me no desire to talk about it whatsoever. That's why I didn't review it. So that's the worst kind of bad movie. On top of it, over Neil Blomkamp's Demonic, I watched, in parts, I watched it a little bit yesterday. I watched I watched Netflix's He's All That, the remake of the 90s, I want to say classic, but I'm not sure if that's the correct thing to call it.
Yeah.
And yeah, it's awful. It's cringeworthy.
I was gonna watch it.
It's
That's on
pathetic.
Netflix, right? You said
really,
it's on Netflix.
Yes. It's 90 minutes long, and it's 91 minutes too long than it should have been. Right away, the first scene is absolutely off-putting. I couldn't believe that they gave the lead.
Oh no! Is it my internet? Is it my internet? Is it Ren's? Hello? I don't know where he went, guys. It's just me. Hello. Hello, everybody.
I don't know why there are 2 Ren Geeknesses here. My apologies, everyone. And let's address the donation we just got from John Lover 1, the classic show design of the T. Zach, why don't you narrate the design of the T, as I'm going to have to take the microphone out.
I will do so, and then I'm going to run to the bathroom real fast before we get a little bit deeper. Oof! That's one of the best shirts. Avengers Endgame style, My Hero Academia. Look at that amazing fucking thing. All my one for all on there. Fucking shit. Oh my god, Deku. Dude, that shirt's amazing. That's probably one of your best shirts. That's one of your best shirts.
It is. I agree.
I love that. I love that.
I agree. Right. I fully agree. There's another one I have for Endgame.
Mm-hmm. I'm going to run to the bathroom real fast. Yeah, I'll be right back.
Feel free. I am so sorry, everyone, for the technical difficulties. So, as I was saying before we addressed the live chat, and thank you again, John Lover 1, for the donation and for the question, as always. He's All That. Really bad as you expect. I'm going to put up a little thing that I'm going to call a review, but it's not really a review. It's just for the joke of it. But pay attention to my Twitter or to my YouTube. I might upload it as a short again. Over He's All That, and now there's a big gap between that. I'm going to go with Vacation Friends. Disney sent me a screener out of the blue. I wasn't expecting it. I wasn't even thinking about it. I wasn't going to to ask for it. I was just going to watch it when it came out, and if I liked it enough, I was going to review it. They sent me a screener. I gladly reviewed it. It's perfectly watchable. The funny moments work, especially when it comes to John Cena. Like, the dude has some incredible comedic timing. And then sometimes it doesn't work because the direction and the timing feels off. In comedy, you really want to have a good sense of cadence and pacing and a good build up to jokes. This one kind of falters. When it works, it really works. When it doesn't, you notice it because the moments that work so well. And the story is by the numbers, but I still think it has a charm, an irreverence, and a genuine endearing element to it all. So Vacation Friends comes in at number 3, counting from the bottom up. Over Vacation Friends, I'm going to have Candyman. This one didn't work too well for me. I'm very thankful that Universal Pictures asked me on to be at their screening, and I love Nia DaCosta's direction. The acting is really solid. I don't like the original Candyman. Like, I don't like it at all. I think it's a bad movie, but that's me. I'm in the minority. That's okay. You don't have to agree. But Nia DaCosta's direction, precisely because of the fact that I have such big fundamental problems with that script, her direction is all the more impressive. She really surprised me with her visuals and the way she trusts the audience to get what is in her shots. The shot composition is beautiful. Cinematography is great. The score is great. And it's really funny, intentionally so. It's not one of those horror movies that's so bad it's funny. This movie wants to be funny, like in the relationships with the characters when it comes to the dialogue and the stuff they say. It's funny and it really works. I really actually love that element of the film. It's not scary at all whatsoever, unfortunately, to me at least. I like the kills whenever they are on screen. There's one really cool kill that's in this big wide shot. You don't see it up close, but the effect of it is there. So I like stuff in Candyman. I don't like a whole lot of other stuff in Candyman. So to me, it's kind of in the middle ground. I recommend it because, again, I'm in the minority. A lot of people are loving this movie. And again, I'm going to watch it again today. My housemate doesn't see the movie. She wants to see the movie. I'll gladly watch it again. It's just not one that I was in love with. I think writing-wise, it's so-and-so, but the direction makes it worth it and makes me even more excited for the Marvels come next year, November or December. I can't remember. Zach will remember when the Marvels come out. When did the Marvels come out?
November.
Yeah, so I was right. November. So Candyman comes in at my number 4. Over Candyman, I am going to have, and let me check my channel just to see if I don't forget anything. Okay, I'm not forgetting anything. Over Candyman, I'm going to have this week's What If. I like the whole first half of the mystery. Who's doing this? I like the changing in the timeline. Holy fuck, the Avengers are dying. But then when we find out who's doing it, I thought there was a real lack of build-up and emotional connection to it because we had no information about it. We knew nothing of the events that led up to these murders. And so with that, there's a missing piece, a missing key piece in this episode for me. So
you know what that goes to, though? That just goes to the length of the episodes, I think. Because
I agree.
Yeah.
But even though in the other ones, I have no issues with the length. In the second episode, I think the length of the first episode is not an issue. It's just how they distributed what they did with the length they were given. This one is where I felt the most directly that the length obstructed the storytelling. But hey, Zach, now we're in equal footing to everyone. Now we're going into next week without knowing what's going to happen. We don't know what next week is about. We don't know who's going to be in it. We have no clue. No clue whatsoever. Do you think next week is when we see Doctor Strange Supreme? That is the question.
So I saw a list leak out. I don't think it was real, though. I do think next week's is Doctor Strange, to be honest, if I can remember from the thing. But I really want to see that zombie episode. I want to see what the fuck's going on.
I've never been a fan of Marvel zombies, but I'm curious to see what they do.
Like,
maybe they win me over.
How they do it, like. Yeah. But the other thing I want to see is, are we getting continuations of some of these other characters in these
I've always thought so. I've
That's
always
what I
thought
thought,
so.
because they said Chadwick filmed 4 episodes.
Mm-hmm. But
So
we did see that he gathers with warrior Princess Gamora
yeah,
and other heroes because
I
we have
assume
that
that's
quick
the
shot
last
of the
episode.
event.
I assume that's the last episode.
Ooh, yeah, that'd be cool.
Like it's
All
like
right,
the last episode is their Avengers, you know?
yeah, the Guardians of the Multiverse. All right, over the What If episode this week, I have the Shaman King. No, not the Shaman King. I watched another horror movie that I still haven't reviewed, but this one I'm going to talk about, Censor, which Zach, I believe, saw at Sundance. Really solid, very much clearly inspired by the old video nasties and
I'm glad
movies
you
that
liked
took
it.
advantage of that back in the 80s. The ending is kind of disappointing. There's a really good conflict in the main character, but sometimes it feels like it's pushed to the background, and the film focuses more on the horror and the tension and suspense it's generating. So it doesn't quite have that punch come the end of the film, but I think it's an idea that has been done before, but executed with a very unique vision and tremendous acting from our lead, who I'm forgetting the name of, so I apologize, but she's really excellent in the role. So Censor, I do recommend. Over Censor, I have this week's Shaman King. No
I wish I
complaints
could
about it.
recommend that film. I really wish I could recommend it.
Censor? You didn't
I
like
didn't
it?
love it. No, I just, the more I think on it, the more I just did not like that film at all.
Oh,
I don't know if it's
all
because
right.
I literally watched 5 films beforehand and then watched it, but I just
Okay.
wasn't my cup of tea.
All right. I
Not the worst
enjoyed it. I thought it was
Not
solid.
the worst Sundance film I saw, though. There was definitely worse.
I enjoyed it. I think it's solid. Over that, I have this week's Shaman King. Never thought this one would make me emotional, but it did. I'm an official Chocolove stand, so I love this week's Shaman King. It's like in my top 5 episodes of the series thus far. And at number 1, Shang-Chi and the Legend of the Ten Rings. I came out of this film really liking it. Like, really liking, very close to loving it. And as I got home, as I thought about it a little bit, and I did my review, I fucking love this movie. I fucking love this movie on a character level, on a visual standpoint, is magnificent. Now, you guys know what I always say. I feel every MCU movie is different, in the sense that I feel Guardians is very different from a Captain America, from a Thor, from a Spider-Man. This feels like just an martial arts spectacular, and I posted this on Twitter yesterday, and I fucking stand by it. After seeing Shang-Chi, what it does with the dynamic camera work, the flourishing of colors, a kaleidoscopic rainbow that is a feast to the eyes, I don't think a Dragon Ball movie in live action is impossible, or show for that matter, and that also goes to Avatar: The Last Airbender. With what I saw in Shang-Chi, it's not impossible. I don't think it's a guarantee that it'll work, that it could work, but the possibility exists. Like, this film utterly convinced me. Everyone
Guys, we can
was
finally
so
talk
committed.
about Abomination. We can finally
talk about Abomination. I don't know how I avoided that one. Thank to you guys. Thank you, everyone.
It should
who
not have
watched
been in the trailer.
Never
It shouldn't have been in
spoiled
the trailer. Shouldn't have been in the trailer.
Watching it in the movie, it's just the one scene, guys. He doesn't have an impact on the story, or he's just. I'm not gonna say what happens in the one scene, but he's just in the one scene. So don't expect Abomination to be like the main villain of the film all of a sudden. Like, he's not. But we have a great antagonist for Shang-Chi throughout this film with great motivations. He doesn't beat like Killmonger and Loki or Thanos, but he's up there. But you know what, though? For me.
I would say he has more screen time than them. And I think for me, I don't view him totally as a villain.
I never called him villain.
He's just a character. He's one of the best MCU characters. Yeah,
he's an antagonist, and a very good antagonist.
He's fucking brilliant. His performance, everything. I love Shang-Chi. I love Shang-Chi, man.
It doesn't get in my top 10 MCU movies, only because those top 10 are movies I absolutely fucking adore. Shang-Chi is number 11, though.
One day, though, it could. One day it could, as you
maybe
rewatch
I already have my tickets for next week, dude.
Yeah,
I'm already
same.
going to watch it again. I fucking love this movie. Simu Liu,
When you
you're
came
a
out
fucking
and told me you
superstar.
just liked it, so this dude,
No, I
messaged
did
him-
say I really liked
yeah.
it.
So I texted him and I was like, "What do you think? What do you think?" He goes, "I really liked it." I'm like, "Oh my god!" And then like maybe a couple hours later, he goes, "Never mind, I love it. I thought on it. I love it." And I'm like, "Okay, thank you, guys. Seriously, Shang-Chi is this good. Like, we're not trying to overhype it or anything. Like, I can't express like." The last time I walked out of a debut Marvel film for a brand new character, not talking about Black Panther, because that doesn't count because he was in Civil War. Not talking about Spider-Man because he was in Civil War. When we're talking about a singular character that didn't pop up in another person's movie, it was Iron Man. The last time I walked in and I saw it, like, I was just sat there like blown away. I don't count Guardians either because that's a team. I mean a standalone story. It was seriously the first Iron Man. The first time Iron Man debuted, I'm saying this right now. Simu, he has the same charisma that Robert Downey Jr. walked onto the screen with Iron Man. Yeah. He is that fucking charismatic. He's that awesome. And I walked down. The rep asked me what I thought, and I said, I literally just want more of Shang-Chi. I want more of him. I want more of this world. I want more of the characters. Everyone's great. The whole cast is great.
And by the way, guys, I talked about this in my review, and if you haven't seen it, go support. I would love to get like 300 reviews by the end of today, after 24 hours. We're almost there. So if you haven't seen it, I recommend no spoilers
What's
there.
it at right now?
Last time I checked, it was close to 200. It was we passed 200, 205. Let's get to 300. All right. There's a post-credit scene, guys, and if you can, maybe you can't, and that's all right. We'll be careful and we'll consider and listen out and listen to you. But next week, we would love to talk about the first post-credit scene. So if you can, go watch Shang-Chi because it's just a fucking awesome movie. But that first post-credit scene, we got to talk about it because I'm not sure what it is, what it means. And that leaves me very uncomfortable as a nerd, as a geek,
I tell you,
someone who has always been into the comics.
I'm so happy you said that because I was going to tell you next week I think we should do a spoiler review. But mostly talk about that end credit scene, like our theories and predictions. But like overall, I think next week should just be a spoiler.
Yes, but we do have to consider maybe people won't get the chance. Like maybe theaters are closed down in certain territories, so we want to consider you guys. So next week we're going to have that as a topic. But at the beginning of the show, we're going to inquire you guys to let us know if you've seen Shang-Chi. I'm actually even gonna have a poll on the day before. So on Friday, I'm gonna make a poll and ask if you've seen Shang-Chi or if you're watching Shang-Chi on that day before the show. And you guys let me know if you will be able to watch it. All right. Let's finally get into our first main topic. And since I just gave you my my weekly ranking, Zach is going to bring us into our first topic this week, and we're going to be a little faster with topics today because we already have at a half an hour, and we want to get to your questions at the 1 hour mark. So Zach, go ahead.
Netflix gave us a little bit of a surprise with the first Cowboy Bebop images.
They did.
Confirming for a November 19th release. Man, I wanted to re-binge this show. I don't know if I'll have time to, because I love the original Cowboy Bebop. I think it's fucking excellent. But these first images, I mean, he looks fucking perfect. They all look perfect.
I'm fully convinced.
Looks perfect. I have heard one thing on the show. I'm gonna share it here because I'm not signed to anything or anything. I heard from a friend that the show is a little bit, with the visual flair of it, is a little bit Netflixy. Doesn't make me that excited. But I've heard it's good. I've heard it's really good. That's my only thing is that I am a little bit disappointed that it's staying in the Netflix realm. I feel like Netflix kind of has this zone of when you watch a movie or show from them that you can be like, this feels like a Netflix thing. Mm-hmm. Besides that, if they pull this off, I'm being serious. If Cowboy Bebop is great, which just from these images, it looks great. My excitement automatically goes up for Avatar and One Piece live action that they're doing. Automatically.
Oh, yeah, they're doing One Piece.
And I only say that because, One Piece, just like this, the original creators, from my understanding, are involved with this. One Piece is the same way. Which, that's a good and bad thing, because that show should have ended years ago. Years ago.
Yeah.
years ago.
I agree.
But it would be cool to have a pirate show. I'm just saying, an anime pirate show. Fucking, I mean, Ren, you can even be excited about that. You know what though? That might be your first big thing for it. You know what I mean? Like just the same as this, because I'm not catching up on One Piece ever. That's just never gonna happen. But that live action show, definitely gonna watch, because we ain't gonna get 800 episodes of that. I can tell you that. Cowboy Bebop, the thing I love about it is what the show's like, only 35 episodes or something. It's very short.
26.
Yeah.
26.
So if you guys haven't seen it and you have the time, definitely go check out that original anime and be excited for this. This is going to be fucking great. Like, this is going to be great. I love these first images. I've been waiting for this, and I'm happy to see it's coming out this year.
Yeah, same here. Like, I was excited just because I love Cowboy Bebop. Cowboy Bebop is one of my top 5 animes of all time. It's just fucking perfect. There's not a bad episode. There's not a bad character moment. It's just an immaculately done show. I love the casting. When they first announced it, I was like, I like this. I like this. I like this. I like this. And then these first images came out. And I haven't seen the show. I don't know who told Zach what they told Zach. From the pictures alone, I love the visual flair of this. I love the use of colors. I love the costuming. It looks fucking amazing. It's looking so good, so much like Cowboy Bebop, what Cowboy Bebop should look like. And I'm fully trusting this show as of now. Maybe a trailer comes out and I go back on my excitement. Maybe I further my excitement. But right now, just looking at these pictures, I think the show is looking sensational. I'm already tempted to send an email to Netflix asking for the screener, even though it's way too early. But I'm really tempted because I cannot wait
I hope they do
for this show.
I hope they do them.
I hope so. I hope so.
They get so weird with certain big shows like Stranger Things. God forbid. After that first season, nah. I am Witcher, dude. I'm 50-50 if they'll do screeners for season 2.
Oh, really? Didn't they do for the first season?
Yeah, embargo was the same time it went up.
Oh, that's odd.
Yeah,
that's really fucking odd.
Yeah, so we'll see. Aren't we getting the Flanagan show too this year?
Midnight Mass, yes. Around the same time that we got Blind Manor last year.
So it's like October, start of it?
Yeah, October, November, I think.
All right.
So around time for Halloween. But yeah, these images, I'm fully convinced, dude. I cannot wait for Cowboy Bebop. I'm for sure going to rewatch the show, binge it all right before this one comes out. This is a very confident night for me right now. How about you, Zach?
Yeah, same. I love what I saw, and give me it now.
And the original composer is back, and I've been listening to that main theme all week. All right, moving on to our second topic. This is kind of a niche topic, so I understand if not everyone right now is interested in this one, but the teaser trailer for Spencer came out. Spencer is a film that's going to be apparently in all the fucking festivals come fall. It's going to be at TIFF. I'm confident it's going to be at LFF because, you know, Princess Diana. It's going to be at Telluride, I believe. This teaser trailer from the director of Jackie, which is a very divisive movie because it's very slow, it's very character-based, it's solely focused on the one character, it's gorgeously shot, and apparently Spencer is going for the same thing, which I'm not complaining at all personally. It's, again, gorgeously shot. And Kristen Stewart, I think she's coming for that Oscar. I think at the very least, I haven't seen every performance at this point, obviously, but right now I would love just to see her nominated because this trailer left me drooling just to watch, just to feast my eyes on how this film looks. I was already excited. This trailer did its job of getting me more excited for Spencer. Zach, how about you? Were you excited before? What did you think of the teaser?
I love this trailer or teaser. I love the poster. I'm gonna say this. I know the film's probably gonna be divisive, just like Jackie was. So I think it gets a lot of nominations towards the award season, but I don't think it wins. And that's what sucks. I think this is a very stacked year, and I think obviously it's hard to say that right now as we're kind of going in, but there's a lot of shit, and there's even stuff that we still don't even know that could come out of nowhere. There's stuff that's already come out this year. I mean, I would love for Kristen Stewart to win an Oscar. I think she's a fabulous actress. I think she's
She
absolutely
is.
killed the last couple of years. Personal Shopper was a phenomenal film, and her performance in there was perfection.
Mint.
And she's just. I mean, wouldn't it be awesome if Robert Pattinson had a film this year that he could have been nominated for? But I don't think he had a film at all this year. So,
I don't unless he's gonna have one that I
yeah,
just don't know
I don't
about.
think so. But yeah, no,
Me neither.
this looks great. I need to see Jackie though. I never saw Jackie, so
You need to see Jackie. Like, it's this. Judging from the trailer of Spencer, it feels like the same kind of movie. Just focus.
I didn't
on
even know
this
the
one
same director
character's
was doing
experience.
it when I watched
Yeah,
the trailer.
the
And then,
same
but
director.
I was watching the trailer. I'm like, this kind of reminds me of the Jackie trailer because I remember
Yeah.
the Jackie one. So,
Yeah.
and I love Natalie. That was Natalie Portman, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yes,
So
it was.
I'm knighting this. I think she will definitely because it's a Neon, and Neon has a really strong awards campaign. So I won't be surprised to see this
I agree.
nominated at all.
I agree. All right, Zach, why don't you take us into our third topic?
Now, this was a
week.
nice little fun news, guys. The Lion King,
Yeah.
Barry Jenkins, The Lion King prequel. We're getting some more news on it. It seems like it is more of a prequel because when it was announced, it was a sequel, but it was going to show some of the past and it's kind of be The Godfather. Maybe it's still doing that because didn't he compare it to The Godfather 2? I'm pretty sure he did.
compared to The Godfather 2. And they were very stingy on calling it a prequel. They said, yes, we're going to the past, but it's not a prequel. So maybe it's like The Godfather. You go back and forth.
So that's where I'm curious on. Are we seeing Simba and stuff like that again? Timon and Pumbaa? I imagine we would. You know what I mean? It's just, I wish they would say what the story is because it's a little bit weird with context. But if we're looking at the actors they just casted, which again, the original Lion King remake, remaster, whatever the fuck you want to call it, I'm not the biggest fan of it. I like it. It's whatever.
Okay.
I'm more excited for this because it's Barry fucking Jenkins. It's, again, say the motherfucker's name with everything you got. Barry fucking Jenkins, dude. I mean, you got to emphasize the Jenkins part. This guy's a masterclass director. Calvin Harrison Jr. is playing Scar, right?
No, he's playing. Yes, he's playing Scar.
Yeah,
he's playing
okay.
Scar. At first, I thought he was playing Mufasa.
Yeah, and then Aaron Pierre is playing
Pierre.
Mufasa. I love this. These are both perfect castings as younger versions of these characters. Because if they were a little bit older, I'd say no. You get Jeremy Irons back. You get Jeremy Irons back as fucking Scar, and you
or
get,
in this case, Chiwetel Ejiofor.
Yeah. I forgot that he did. I forgot Jeremy Irons didn't come back. It was only what's his face?
It was only in the animated one.
No, who came back from Mufasa?
James Earl Jones.
Yeah, so I'm getting I'm trying not to get excited about this, but I am because it's Barry Jenkins. I like these two cast members. I hate when we're being secretive on what the story is. I get for like big budget comic book films, but like this isn't it. You got to get me excited for this. So show me what your story is and let's do that. You know what I mean? Let's execute.
Yeah.
Let's go on this. So I'm knighting it. I'm happy for this.
I like this casting. I like both these actors. Kelvin Harrison Jr. is raising up his stock every time he's in something, even though sometimes maybe what he is in is not that great. He's always great in it.
Shout out
Aaron
to the high
Pierre,
note. Very underrated in there. Can sing his fucking lungs off.
Aaron Pierre is someone that I remember. I've only seen him in the Underground Railroad, another Barry Jenkins project. He's one of the two lead characters. He's really good in it. I think he's a very strong actor. I really liked the live action Lion King from Jon Favreau. I want to be excited for this because it's a Lion King property. Whether I like the Jon Favreau one or not, it's a Lion King property. I want to be excited, and I was excited when they compared it to The Godfather because, maybe they're overselling, but the going back and forth and exploring that family dynamic is interesting to me. But then if it is like The Godfather and neither of these characters are alive when we come to events after that first Lion King, then why are we going to the past? Because at least in Godfather 2, you have the connection. You have Michael connecting to the previous events. Not in this one. But I like this casting a lot. If they're going to do a prequel, that's perfectly fine, just not what I was expecting. And like Zach said, it's very fucking Jenkins. He's going to do a phenomenal job. I think this is great casting. At first, I actually thought the casting was in reverse, that Kelvin was going to be Mufasa and Aaron was going to be Scar, but it's the other way around. And the headlines and the article specifically said that Pierre has been Kelvin Harrison Jr. has been cast as Taka, which is the name for Scar. This is something we learn in the Lion Guard TV show, something that I don't watch. I tried, but it's very much for kids, so it just wasn't for me. It's fine. But I'm
Isn't
very
it funny how they
curious to see-
reveal something like that in a fucking children's show?
Yeah.
So-
I don't get it. But yeah, I'm not in this too.
I honestly, like, I know a lot of people were like, oh my god, they're doing a sequel. Because but then you say Barry Jenkins, man. I mean, that just... The guy's 3 for 3 for every project he's made. So, and I mean, when I say 3 for 3, it's not like, oh, one of them was okay. All of them were great. So...
Well, one of them was really good.
Which one?
If Beale Street Could Talk is really good.
Oh, fuck
It's
off.
really good. It's just not... It doesn't get to great, though.
Unpopular opinion, it's my favorite thing he's done.
Over the Underground Railroad?
I'll be honest, I haven't finished it.
I haven't finished it either.
And I'll be honest, the only reason I say that is because it is a very hard show to watch.
Yeah,
so
I fully agree with that. That's why I haven't finished.
It took me forever to watch 12 Years a Slave, kind of for the same reason. And when I finally did, it was a movie I was like, that's fucking masterpiece. Never watched that again. Underground Railroad probably be another thing where, like, I've seen most of it. It's just like I have to be in a good mindset to watch that movie or that show. It feels like a movie, that show. So
I completely agree. Yeah, but I'm not in this. Great casting. All right, let's get to the cream of the crop. The big topic this week. It exploded.
We got 20 minutes to talk about it, guys.
Was it Tuesday, Zach?
It's Sunday.
It
was Sunday.
Was it?
No. Well, okay. So Sunday, the leak
was on
dropped.
Sunday, and then the real thing was on Monday. Tuesday morning for me, I woke up to this because it came out at 3 a.m. when from over here was 3 a.m.
Yeah, Monday night for me. It dropped at like 7 or so out here.
All right, the official first teaser for Spider-Man No Way Home
with no
is
poster,
here.
Which is weird.
With no poster.
Very weird.
No poster. No poster. And Zach and I can confidently tell you guys they haven't showed you anything yet. Almost anything. They confirmed a few things that we already knew and were rumored, but they haven't showed you almost anything.
And you know what I love about this trailer? The more that I rewatch it, this trailer is deliberately edited very weirdly from a story context, because I can't tell you when events are happening. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, and I'm going to be honest, it seems like he visits Doctor Strange twice in this trailer. It seems like he visits... Yes. I think there's a deliberately something... Now, I will say a lot of people are guessing that this isn't Doctor Strange, blah, blah, blah. That is Doctor Strange. That there's nothing wrong with him. There's nothing... That is Doctor Strange. Full in and full out.
I completely disagree on that.
I'm just saying what I've heard. It is Doctor Strange.
Okay.
It is Doctor Strange. Don't get me wrong. If it's Mephisto, fuck me. I will fucking...
I'm not saying it's Mephisto. I'm not saying it could be, but I'm not saying it's Mephisto. This
is where we're talking about theories. The only theories I'll discuss is stuff I have no idea. I'm not bringing up stuff that I know and everything like this. But I do think that this trailer is deliberately edited in a very weird way. If you guys want to know official stuff more, definitely watch 3C Films and Heavy Spoilers breakdown videos on the trailer. They have a little bit more knowledge. So definitely go watch their videos. I'll shout them out. I think they're both great, but they will,
So one of the many things I liked in this trailer is there are sprinkles that you can see where some people are clearly against Spider-Man, but you see people on his side. Yeah. For instance, there's a shot with him and MJ surrounded by people, and that is very clearly at the beginning of the film. That is right at the moment where everything is revealed.
So and Peter Parker is taking place right after it. Like, it seems like they're swinging away right when that happens.
Yeah. But this shot that I'm talking, like, they're on the ground, they're surrounded by people. They're like, yeah, Spider-Man, all right. So I think that's how the movie starts. And then we have a panning shot coming into the living room with him and Aunt May watching TV. I think that's right after, as we build up, he gets taken into custody. We get the interrogation scene. Then we get a quick scene of him walking into court. And I love that Flash Thompson is not only blonde, but he's supporting his boy Spider-Man. Now he knows it's Peter Parker and he's standing by his side in court. And then we have Spider-Man walking into school. And I think that's right after the court scene. I assume the first of many court scenes. Because
so that's pretty much going to be probably the first half. The first act. The first act,
yeah,
at least.
The first act. Because Peter is wearing the same clothes at school as he's walking into school that he's wearing at the court. And we see on the television on the upper right corner that Betty Brant is doing a reporting on the court as Peter and the others are walking behind her. So I think we can collage the order of these scenes a little bit. Let's get to Doctor Strange, the strange elephant in the room. I think there's something weird going on. I don't know what it is. It could be Mephisto, sure, I'm not betting on it. It could be an evil Strange. It could be Doctor Strange being mind-controlled by someone. It could be an evil duplicate. It could be Shimigura who put eggs in his brain. It could be a variant. A plethora of possibilities. Or it could also just be Doctor Strange, and it does feel weird in the trailer, but maybe when we come to the movie, there's context for Doctor Strange to act in a, no pun intended, strange way. Because we see him in normal clothes and the cloak, which is just a very funny visual. I love it. I fucking love it. Then we see him here in his old garb. Of Doctor Strange, and then we have a scene of Spider-Man and Doctor Strange in a train, and Doctor Strange is multiplying trains, and he doesn't have the cloak, and that just adds to the weirdness, to the off-puttingness. If that's
why does he have the Eye of Agamotto?
Why does he have the Eye of Agamotto? That's another thing. There's just a lot of things in this trailer that we purposefully get confused by, and I think they did an awesome job with that. But of course, Zach. We're not here to talk about the Doctor Strange, the elephant in the room. We're all here to talk about the octopus in the room. We knew this was coming. Like, we knew this was going to happen. We just didn't know how we're going to see it in the trailer. Are we going to see it in the trailer? We get lightning. We get some dirt that some people are theorizing it's Sandman. It didn't look like living sand to me, but it could very well be. I'm not saying it's not. I just didn't see it the way some people did. We get the Goblin Bomb, and at long last, hello, Peter. Zach, you did a trailer reaction. I saw you reacting to this exact moment.
Yeah.
But talk us through how your mind was racing when he finally showed up.
I almost cried. I mean, I did fucking cry. I'm crying right now thinking about it. Look at the private chat real fast.
I did.
Okay. So I knew he was in the film. We've known he's in the film. I've known most of the villains in this film. I have no idea who the sixth member is. I'll still say that. I have no idea, which that's something that I want us to discuss today. But I sat there just fucking, holy shit, he's back. You know what I mean? Like, holy shit, Doc Ock's back. Alfred Molina is fucking incredible.
Hello,
but
Peter.
He does look a little bit different. This isn't the same one from This is what I'm saying. It is the same exact Doc Ock from the Raimi universe. But I think he died at a different point. Or moved from the Raimi.
He didn't die.
No, I know. But I mean, like, there's in this world there's endless possibilities. They've said that in Doctor Strange and all that stuff, which one thing I want to mention on Doctor Strange one fast. We do not talk about how great Benedict Cumberbatch in that fucking role is. He is perfection as Doctor Strange. Dude, I mean, in another world, Joaquin Phoenix was supposed to play Doctor Strange, but goddamn, Benedict is perfect.
I prefer Benedict. I'll tell you right now, just as a reminder, Doctor Strange is still my favorite solo MCU movie.
Oh, really?
Okay.
It's up there for me. I love. When I got a 4K TV, what was the first movie I put on? Fucking Doctor Strange, man. The colors, all that shit. I remember that night. I put Doctor Strange, Mad Max, and
Ooh,
The Dark Knight. Those are the 3 I did.
nice.
I wanted to see like
Nice.
because I've heard, and then I heard Gladiator was another good one, so like I got that one next. But like those were the movies I've heard that like test. Plus, I had the lights behind my TV at the point with a camera
Nice.
over it, so it
Yeah.
would reflect. Dude, Doctor Strange, when the Ancient One pushes him, it's a cool thing. If you can get those lights, it's fucking cool. Too bad they broke. That's what I get for being a cheapskate. So I think this isn't the same one from Spider-Man 2, but it is. I think it's just in a different multiverse of that point, to the point where right before he turned good, he moved. And we know this because the tentacles are taken over and you can see the red lights are on. They're not white. When they're white, that is when he is in control. When they're red, it's not. I love this. Also, he's not saying hi to Peter Parker. He's saying hi.
I mean,
Toby
he's saying hi
Maguire.
to Peter Parker.
He's
just
saying hi
not
to Toby.
The
I mean,
MCU's Peter Parker.
let's be honest. He's saying hi to
Yeah.
Toby.
Yeah.
Did you see that thing going around of Goblin, by the way, flying like someone animated it?
Yeah.
So let me say this. Some guy tweeted out, he goes, that is exactly what happens in the movie. He goes, someone did a great job editing that in. He goes, that's
Wow.
exactly what happens in the movie, is Goblin flying over, throwing. I'm like, so clearly Tom Holland's going to get his ass kicked by all 6 or 5 or whoever all the villains are. Let's just be honest. He's going to get his ass kicked. You know what I think though is going to happen? And this is like without my... When the multiverse rips, I think that spell did happen. I think the spell does happen, and he's on his own after that.
Mhm.
I think these villains...
Until he gets aid from 2 people.
Yes. But can I tell you... Clearly they're in this fucking image. Do not tell me they're in... This image is weird.
I will disagree.
Centered.
I don't think this one, they're in this one, but that last shot in the trailer after the Hello Peter when he's in the car, I think he's not alone in that shot. And there are several shots. I think he might not be alone in the trains scene.
Okay. So
With Doctor
can I
Strange.
tell you, I think that this is just my skepticalisms. And I don't know anything.
Skepticalism.
You know me and my made-up words.
I love it, dude.
What was it? It's hard to put into words, but I believe that these villains are in the world before that scene. I think when Peter's identity comes out, the first villain that goes after him is Scorpion. 100%. I think we get an open action set piece with Scorpion. And I think the reason it gets down to the point to where he goes, I need people to forget that I'm Spider-Man, is because, not just because of the publicity and stuff like that, but because of the villains attacking. And I think someone dies. And I'm going to say it's Happy. I think Happy dies in this. And I also think by the end of this movie, and I think when Doctor Strange does do that spell, it erases everything. I think at that very point in time, everyone forgets he's Spider-Man except Doctor Strange.
Okay.
And I think that's where it goes. So I think these villains actually attack him early on in the movie. And then it comes into play. Like they get out or something. I actually can't go into further detail on that. But just using what I know. Again, watch those trailer breakdowns from Heavy Spoilers and 3C, and you'll kind of get. I don't want to get into any of that stuff, but yeah.
I disagree with Zach on this final point. I don't think they're in this world at all. There's a shot, and I actually have it, so I'm just gonna get it very quickly.
Oh, you don't think they're in this world? You think he's in a different world?
No. I think he's gonna quickly travel, fall in and fall out of different worlds.
Okay.
But I don't think they're in this world from the beginning. I think right here we have this box.
Yep, that's the box. I didn't want to bring it up, but that's the box. So they come into this world, they quickly get locked in, but Peter is feeling guilt because one of the villains, I'm not going to say who, let's not say who, Zach. This isn't what I wanted to get into, but yes.
Okay.
If you want to talk about it, we can get into it.
Because I'm going to talk about it without revealing too much. So this box is going to trap people who don't belong in this world. Let's just say that. But Peter is feeling guilt because of the backstories of those characters in the other Spider-Man movies. And so Peter is trying to get this box. to let them loose, so they don't. So what happens in the other movies doesn't happen to these people, because Peter's a good guy. Peter's a cool guy. But obviously, Strange understands how dangerous that is, and so we have a mini fight between Spider-Man and Doctor Strange, which, it's gonna be pretty cool to watch. Not gonna lie. So that's all I'm going to say. I don't want to get into spoilers. Let's just say Doc Ock is not the main villain of this film. I will say that.
And I think you can tell in the trailer there's a couple other villains, and you can kind of take your guess which one's the main.
You think?
Yeah. Are you happy they didn't show Defoe?
Oh, I'm happy they didn't show anyone else. Like, show me another. Show me another one in the next trailer.
Electro. I'm surprised they didn't show. I think the next one they show is Electro. Actually, I'll be honest. I think the next trailer will show Goblin. I
actually expected if you had asked me this last week, like, we're getting a Spider-Man Far From No Way Home trailer this week. They're going to show one villain. Who do you think it'll be? I would have bet on Electro before betting on Doc Ock.
Same. But I think it's because they have actually never really. Yes, Jamie Foxx posted that Instagram picture, but besides that, he's never really gone on record talking about it. Where Alpha Molina's like,
because when he posted that, they immediately took it down.
Yes.
So he learned his lesson.
Immediately.
He was like, whoop.
Do you think Thomas Hayden Church is back for Sandman?
I would think so.
The only one that I'm interested in is Lizard. I don't think you have to have the same actor or anything of that, because he'll just be in the Lizard fucking thing.
I was gonna say something about a certain MCU movie, but I'm not gonna.
Shang-Chi.
No, I'm not gonna say whether it was Shang-Chi or not. You just have to speculate.
Okay.
But yeah, I thought this was a really good trailer.
So can we guess who the sixth villain is?
Who the sixth villain is?
I've
God,
seen so many
it's
theories.
Not Morbius. God, I hope it's not Venom. Who do you think it is?
My gut tells me it's Scorpion. I think they're gonna do a Tom Holland one. They've set up Scorpion. Michael Mando's he's hinted at that he's coming back for Scorpion this movie. A long time ago. I love him as an actor. If you guys are not watching Better Call Saul, I mean, he's incredible. I know, but he's incredible in that show. Dude, he is fucking phenomenal as an actor. It's not Vulture. Vulture left on a good terms with him, unless it's a multiverse variant version, which you could do that, I guess. I don't see them doing Vulture. And from what I understand, Michael Keaton is not in this movie. But again, how the fuck did no one talk about, like, how did none of the trades talk about Defoe is my thing. You know what I mean? That's a big thing.
They couldn't.
Oh, maybe. Yeah.
Feige told them no. Feige told them, shut the fuck up or I'll snipe you.
Probably the same thing with Toby and Andrew. I mean, they're in the movie at this point.
I have two guesses.
My other thing is Mysterio. I think he's still alive too.
He is. We saw he died, but the Mysterio program is still in that flash drive that the other guy that worked for Tony Stark in the first Iron Man had. Mysterio, in a sense, we're playing with semantics, yes, but Mysterio is still alive. He can still be a big part. So I don't think Scorpion is wrong at all, but I think if we're getting a sixth member, it's Mysterio. My other guess is, who says there has to be a sixth member? I know, because the Sinister Six are a thing in the comics. Maybe it's just the Fearsome Five in the MCU. Who knows?
Is that
at least for this movie?
Is the Fearsome Five a real thing?
They're not like the Sinister Six, except with 5 people. But I don't know. The Fearsome Five is just something that I've always
I need to say this too.
So they can't be called the Fearsome Five. The Fearsome Five is already a team in DC, so they're not called anything. They're just all the villains. And we have a guest, Zach.
We have a guest.
Oh,
hey, Patrick's here.
Hello.
Okay.
Wait, did you see the Spider-Man trailer? Just yes or no? Because I don't want to spoil anything. Okay, cool.
Okay.
The last thing I want to put, there's a Patrick. You don't need to dress up, because I'm just like I don't want to like get into semantics and stuff. Just don't dress up, because
By the way, I know who that sixth villain is from leaks that I've seen. From what I've heard, it's Rhino.
So that's what I was about to say. I've heard two things.
It's me. I am the Rhino.
Yes.
So I've heard two things, that it's Rhino or oh fuck, who's the Scorpion? Those are the two I keep hearing.
Okay.
I hear from one side it's Scorpion. I hear from the other side it's Rhino. The Rhino is not Paul Giamatti though, from what I understand.
Thank God.
So I'll be honest though, I want it.
You don't want that?
I want it to be Mysterio. I want it to be Mysterio coming back. But I've also seen theories that it could be Hobgoblin and Ned's turning into that. That's not all in one movie. This movie already has too much shit to do.
Don't put two goblins together.
Yeah, that's my thing.
Why would you do that?
That's my thing. Maybe you hint at it at the end when Defoe or Goblin goes to his own universe. So now my last question before we get to the live questions, and I guess people can put their replies here. When will Toby and Andrew show up in the movie? They're not going to be in that fucking trailer. They're not. You think midway? I think we see him with Toby at one point, Andrew at another, and then the finale, they all come together.
I think they come in, it's the midpoint of the film, where we go from Act 2A to Act 2B, and the stakes are raised and whatnot.
Can I tell you, I think everything in that trailer is from the first act.
I wouldn't say everything.
What do you think
is would I? Hang on.
What do you think?
The scene at what seems like to be the food
point.
Shelter.
Okay.
I think Doc Ock is the transition from first act to second.
Okay.
So you raise the stakes, and then the midpoint
the
you raise the stakes to where they're going to be for the rest of the film.
Yeah. And any hints for Miles Morales you think pop up in here? I think so.
I actually have a friend who says there's a possibility we see him not as Spider-Man, but since his uncle is in Homecoming and whatnot, we maybe see Miles Morales.
And we haven't talked about that. That is the thing.
Morales.
Yeah.
What if Prowler is one of the members of the Sinister Six?
Yeah, that's what I'm thinking. Like,
that's true.
We could get Prowler then as well.
Which, I'll say this. They do Prowler, I'll fucking love it. I will love it. But I think if Miles Morales comes in, he's from a different world. Don't get me wrong,
that
guys,
one I wouldn't like to see.
The one that I have outside my mind is if Miles Morales and Emma Stone as Gwen Stacy show up, I will shit my pants in that theater. Not saying it's gonna happen. I
will shit my pants if we get to see Stone Stacy again as Spider Gwen. I'm gonna love that.
Aren't we meant to, from earlier reports and leaks, like mid last year or something, meant to be getting Spider Gwen as well?
I never heard, like, from credible sources. I never heard that, and they were never followed up.
Saying that everyone signed on, but Emma and Toby were still the ones to do it. From my understanding, they did want Emma, but since her pregnancy was in the way, she couldn't do it.
Oh yeah.
But
Emma was pregnant?
I mean, shit changes. Shit changes. You never know. Post production, she's already given birth. They could have said, "Hey, we're doing reshoots in LA. Just come down and we'll get you in the film." You know. Let's just see. I'm so fucking stoked for this. If they pull this off, my God, I can't wait. For Doctor Strange too. I mean that's yeah.
And I'm still the only one here who hasn't seen Shang-Chi.
Next week, baby. Next week.
No, you can't because of Australia.
No. Certain places are still open. So my city is currently open. Victoria and all that, they're kind of biffed right now. But certain places are open, certain places are not.
But Dave told us it doesn't come out there next week either way, right? You only get it like on the 10th, so the week after or something? Or am I wrong?
It says let me check that. It says next week. Tickets are on sale for next Wednesday night preview showings.
But it might be Wednesday Patrick's area. I don't know.
Yeah, it might very well be mine. Dave's.
Which would be fucking unfair if I lived in the same country as Patrick, but in the different city. Like, why is he getting it first? For fuck's sake.
We've got Wednesday tickets next week.
All right. No, awesome. So
also,
expect Patrick reviews Wednesday.
Everyone just saw a bunch of cinemas that I sometimes go to, so please don't stalk me.
Stalk him. All right. Let's get to our questions.
Hunt him down.
Jack Alexander, I watched 42 a few weeks ago. It's definitely one of my favorite movies. He's amazing in it, talking about the late, great Chadwick Boseman. I agree he should have won for Ma Rainey. I think the performance was better than the father. I disagree still. I still think Anthony Hopkins gave the best performance last year. Actor, actress, supporting, main, lead, whatever. But Chadwick Boseman was fucking amazing. So I would have had no issues if he still won. Eric Thorpe says, still need to see more of his films, but Black Panther alone left such an impact that his death was the saddest celebrity death for me. For sure. Like Zach and I said, at least since Carrie Fisher. If you want to go before that, since Robin Williams. Those are the ones that I mostly remember that I was impacted.
And Chester Bennington as well.
Yeah. Oh yes.
Oh well, and if we're talking about musicians, one of the ones for me was Mac Miller. I grew up on his music, and I remember I was sitting and I saw that he had died, and I was like, oh my fucking god.
That's how I felt about Sean Connery last year. I was at a Halloween party that I saw the news on Twitter, and immediately I locked myself in a bathroom for like 30 minutes because I grew up watching movies with my grandma, like Hunt for Red October and everything.
Was it last year already? I thought it was this year. Holy shit.
October, Halloween last year.
Yeah. Wow. Okay. Damn. The time flies, guys. Time flies.
Oh,
Lady
shit.
Aaron.
Hey, Ren, stay off Twitter.
What?
Another thing leaked for Doctor Strange 2. Holy shit.
Time to mute those words and unmute Shang-Chi, by the way.
Fucking cool. That is fucking
Time to mute Doctor Strange.
I'm so excited, though.
Lady Aaron says, I was gonna talk in a British accent for a second. I can't believe that it's been 1 year since Chadwick Boseman passed away. Rest in peace, Chadwick. You'll always be our Black Panther. Amen to that. All right. Movie Fan sharing his weekly ranking. Number 1, Spider-Man Homecoming rewatch. Number 2, Spider-Man Far From Home rewatch. Number 3, Vacation Friends. Number 4, The Captive. And number 5, Amazon Cinderella. You've already seen that. I'm leaving that for next week, for Saturday. Pizza, beer, a big fat blunt, and I'll be ready to watch the movie.
A big fat blunt.
A big strong boy, as we call it.
Yes. Is that what you use to get through cats?
I cannot confirm nor deny that, Patrick, but if you watch my review, you'll have your answer. All right. Eric Thorpe also says, thoughts on No Time to Die being the first Bond movie to have a premiere in a film festival, the Zurich Film Festival, I believe. You are correct, sir. Very exciting. Very, very good sign for the trust the studio has in the movie, and I'm very tempted to apply to that festival and to go there because I've always heard great things. I've also never been to Zurich or Switzerland in general. Switzerland? I think it's Switzerland, not Sweden. I'm going to check. Hang on, guys. My geography is a little off. I haven't had geography. Switzerland. Yes, it's Switzerland. Not since 9th grade I've had geography, but I was right. I was on the money. So that's very exciting, man. That's very exciting. Again, I'm very tempted to travel there. Zach, what do you think of this update for No Time to Die as we itch closer and closer to the release date?
Last night it screened for a bunch of celebrities, so...
Oh, that's right.
So, I don't know. I'm hyped. Apparently the runtime right now is rumored to be 2 hours and 45 minutes, which makes me... fucking excited. I think that's the longest Bond film. Correct me if I'm wrong, Ren, but
I couldn't correct.
I would assume so. I doubt the older films are. So I'm really excited for this though. No Time to Die.
2 hours 54 minutes.
I have not been this excited for a movie in the James Bond franchise ever.
Ever.
Ever. So
what about you, Patrick?
Man.
Yeah. I've never personally been all too connected with James Bond. In all honesty, I've only ever seen the Daniel Craig movies. But I love Skyfall and Casino Royale, and I'm really excited to see what they do with this. I can't say I'm overly excited because, as I said, I've had no connection with the series. But I think it's a really good sign, especially in regards to the confidence that they have in this film. So I think it's a great step that they're taking to have a premiere at the festival. So I can't really complain or put anything bad about it.
All right. Movie Fan. My favorite Chadwick Boseman performance was Message from the King. I never got around to see that one, but I believe it is a Netflix original. But I never got around to see that. Anyone saw Message from the King?
I actually just looked it up right now.
Okay.
I've never seen it.
Okay. I believe it stars Luke Evans as well, which I fucking love Luke Evans. So I'll need to give that one a watch. Eric Thorpe, who do you think will be the Fox character Wanda will fight in Multiverse of Madness?
I'm not saying it. He has to go find it.
So we can't say. All I'll say, Eric, is some people have got it right. Some people have got it right out there. So you'll have a lot of theories, you'll have a lot of guesses, but some people out there have gotten it right at this point.
Pretty much, so if you want to know, go look. It's out there.
Yeah, it's out there. You can find it. I watched both I also watched The Protege. I completely forgot, which tells you what I thought of it. I would rank it right above Vacation Friends only because the action is so well helmed by Martin Campbell.
I agree.
Completely forgot that I watched it, to be honest.
Keaton and Maggie Q were great in there, though. I watched that movie, and I literally walked out, and the rep's like, what do you think? I was like, Michael Keaton can still play Batman. She goes, what? I said, Michael Keaton can still play Batman. And she goes, he's playing Batman again?
Yeah.
I was like, the fuck, you live under a rock?
Yeah. Eric Thorpe, is the new Candyman a sequel?
Yeah.
So yes, but you don't need to watch the original because it pays homage to it. It fills you in on the events of that film, but it also can stand on its own.
I'm going to say right now, I wish I would have rewatched it right beforehand. I only say that because as I'm watching the movie, I do not remember that original one except for certain things. I'm like, oh, that's clearly a tie into there. Oh, holy shit. Like when something happens towards the end of the film, and I didn't see a trailer for this, so like I didn't have any, I'm not into the theories and skepticism. I was watching a couple of horror buddies of mine, like Cody Leach, and he knew from the trailer the twist. So I was like, oh, okay, so
what twist?
Who the main character is?
I knew that just from watching the first trailer.
I never saw a trailer. No, I never saw a trailer for this fucking movie. I didn't know. I literally know nothing about this film.
Okay.
So, but like for me, yes, it's a sequel. You should, if you can, rewatch the first one. But I will also say this: if you go see this movie and you love it, you should go check out the first one afterwards because then, it's kind of like a prequel in a sense. So
you do not need to see the shitty other sequels, Farewell to the Flesh or Day of the Dead either. Day of the Dead,
which I never did watch.
Well, one of the main actress was a Playgirl of the Year in Day of the Dead.
Ooh, nice.
There's a lot of nudity in that movie, from what I remember.
Well, I'm going to watch it now, Patrick. You can.
No, don't.
Movie fan. Would Candyman and the Night House be a good double feature once lockdown lifts? I have still not seen the Night House. I already have it booked for tomorrow. Tomorrow, I'm going to watch the Night House tomorrow. Finally, that one. At least right now. Maybe I'll change my mind if I don't like it, but I really want to review that one. Because it looks really good from the one trailer I did see. And Zach says that it spoils a bit too much, but I probably couldn't describe the trailer anymore. It's a woman, she has a house, and then she sees things that are not there sometimes, and that's basically the gist of what I remember. But yeah, I can't say whether it is or not, but you gents have seen both these movies at this point, I believe. So what do you think, Zach?
Sure. I like them both a lot. But I don't know if it's a great double feature. I mean, I guess, maybe. I mean, sure.
All right. Patrick, what about you?
I mean, if you love horror and you want to see two really, really damn good horror films, definitely. Okay. But other than that, you kind of, I'm going to go with Zach's answer.
Here's what you should do. You should watch Candyman and then watch the original Candyman, or vice versa. And then for the Night House, you should watch the Night House and then go home and watch a comedy so you can go to sleep.
Yes.
That's perfect. Okay. You guys are afraid.
Watching the original and the new Candyman back to back actually does help a lot. Like that's what because I took a buddy of mine to the press screening. And he had never seen the original. And he literally said afterwards, thank fucking Christ we watched the original beforehand because otherwise I would have been fucking clueless. So sometimes for some people, I think the new one could work as like a standalone, but sometimes I think people could still be a bit confused.
So. Alrighty. More questions. More questions. Where are questions? Movie fan, is Avatar 2 gonna actually come next year? Do you think Avatar 3, 4, and 5 are necessary? So
Is
answering
Avatar
your
2
second question
necessary is
first.
the question.
I don't think any movie ever is necessary. So that but answering your second question first, I can only validly answer that question after seeing 2. At least that's how I see it, in my opinion. Is Avatar 2 gonna actually come out next year? I think at this point, yes. I think at this point, if they wanted / needed to delay it for some reason, they would have. But I already think I do really like the first Avatar. I do. Maybe I'm in the minority, but I do really like it. This Avatar 2 is gonna have some hurdles to overcome, and James Cameron never misses. Yes, that's just a fact. But I think it has some hurdles to overcome because it hasn't lingered on in pop culture with fervor like Star Wars, like Star Trek, like superhero culture. So I think outside of myself, outside of Zach, outside of Patrick, outside of you guys, of hardcore movie fans who are going to watch everything at least to have thoughts of our own about it, I think it's going to have to overcome a lot of hurdles for the general audience. Because maybe they'll be curious. But if they hear it's bad, I think this one can flop.
I don't think it's bad. I think this will actually be better than the original, 100%, just because it's Cameron. Cameron hasn't disappointed. The guy fucking bleeds money. Terminator 2. I mean, the guy, True Lies, whatever you say it is, whatever he's made, he knows what to do. And I think he's going to take that skepticism and that the stuff that wasn't great about the original and implement it a little bit better. People don't think, I know it's not in the pop culture, but a lot of my friends, every time I talk to them, and they ask me, is Avatar 2 really happening? Yeah, it comes out next year. They get so excited. And these are general going people who do not go every week. Fuck, one of them hasn't probably been in the movie theaters in months. He just doesn't care to go.
I couldn't do it.
He literally, I think, last year, one of my friends, he hasn't gone since Avengers Endgame. He just does not care to go. He does not care to go. He told me, I literally, we had this discussion probably a couple months ago. He goes, oh, Avatar 2. That's like probably the next time I'll go to theaters. People love Avatar. Wow. If the pandemic's better and we're in a better place, that film's making $2 billion again. 100%.
By next December, we better be in a better place, Scott fucking dammit.
Look, we thought we were going to be in a better place this year, Ren. Look where we are.
Natural selection, do your thing.
By Easter last year, but, you know.
Patrick, what's your perception on this whole thing?
I'm mainly going to go see the Avatar movies for the spectacle and, you know, the scale of the film, because I personally don't think the original is, you know, a grand masterpiece of writing or anything. I think it's a very lukewarm movie in regards to narrative and characters. But I've always loved and appreciated the incredible scope, the spectacle, the VFX on hand are some of the best I've ever seen, and they today still hold up so fucking well. And 100%. That's why I'm excited to see what they do with Avatar 2 and even the other 3 movies following, because I want to see what James Cameron in particular has been working on for over 12 years now.
Yeah, and apparently, if I'm just remembering this now, but if I remember correctly, they already shot 2 and 3 back to back. I believe 4 or 5 are the ones that they haven't shot.
So from my understanding, CGI, the scripts, all that shit is for 4 and 5 is done. All that shit's done.
Okay.
So pretty much, from my understanding, if 2 does good, they automatically go into production on the next 2.
Yeah.
Yeah. All right.
And 2 is just wrapping post-production now, I believe, as well.
All right. Newt, I'm scared for the One Piece live-action show. There's so much to cover and everything is important. Even stuff you don't think is important end up being important later on. Well, they're just going to have to hope that they don't get canceled.
I still need to start One Piece.
Look, what's that, Patrick? Sorry?
I still need to start One Piece. I've been told to start watching it, but I'm looking at how many episodes there are, and I'm like,
just wait. Honestly, Patrick, just wait.
It's overwhelming.
Just wait. Well, if the live action show sucks, don't watch it. But
before One Piece, you got to get on Dragon Ball. Like you start on the show that influenced One Piece and then made One Piece possible. Sorry, One Piece fans, this is not trashing on One Piece, but One Piece exists because Dragon Ball was a thing. Most action anime exists because Dragon Ball was a thing.
I'm just jumping into season 5 of My Hero, so after that, I'm going to jump right into that.
Nice. I still need to watch today's episode of My Hero.
Is it the last episode of season 5?
No, there are. Let me see what episode is today. So today 20, is 20. So where is it? 21. Today is 21. So there are 4 episodes left this season.
Right. Okay.
So yeah. Movie fan. What could be the next film to be delayed? I don't know. Morbius again? Delay Morbius again, please.
We just
to
had
Infinity and Beyond.
In Australia.
Oh, we did. Oh, okay.
We're not getting it until October 21st.
What?
Malignant.
Wow, Malignant.
And you're not getting Dune until December.
Oh shit.
Yeah.
We're getting Halloween 2 weeks after.
My condolences, Patrick.
Getting Halloween on the 28th. Yeah. Last Night in Soho, middle of November.
Ooh. Damn. All right.
And Spider-Man on December 26th. So off Twitter for like a week and a half.
Boxing Day.
Yeah.
I just saw the Mr. Sunday movies cover that, and he talked about it's being released on Boxing Day. So yeah. Jack Alexander, do you think they will do the death of Aunt May?
Yes.
No, not in this one.
In No Way Home?
Kill Happy. Yeah, they're gonna kill Happy.
They're gonna do a No Way Home.
Yeah. Because
One More Day type thing.
One More Day. They're not doing One More Day, but from what we already seen, they're clearly doing something inspired by One More Day. Just doesn't have the daughter factor into it all. I would right now. I would bet no. Maybe when a second trailer comes out, but then again, I won't watch the second.
That's why
trailer.
I'm saying they're going to kill Happy instead.
Yeah, I wouldn't bet on it right now, Jack. But come December, you know what? Maybe I'm wrong, and they kill Aunt May in the first minute of the film. That goblin bomb that comes in the trailer blows up and blows up Aunt May with it.
I'm gonna leave the theater in the first minute if that
I'm not
happens.
Sure. All right. Yoshi King. Okay, Electro and Sandman. Well, pause it, and you see one of Spider-Man's are on Sandman and one down? I'm not sure what that... I'm guessing you're saying we can see Sandman in the trailer with one of the electricity lightings with Electro. Maybe, and Zach also believes that. But I just couldn't see it. I just couldn't see Sandman in it. It just looked like lightning hitting the ground, and because it's dirt and rocks and sand and dust, it blows up into the sky. How do you think Loki and Sylvie will tie into this multiverse problem? They created it. We saw it in Loki. Or my theory about timeline and multiverse are on different scenarios. No, the multiverse is about several timelines. Though I'm not sure what you're asking on that one. How they will tie into the multiverse problem? Well, they're tied into because they created it, or at least Sylvie created it, not necessarily Loki. So yeah, that's how they're going to tie in. How they tied in. Jack Alexander, do you think Venom 3 will be Venom versus Spider-Man? God, I hope not. God, I hope there's not a Venom 3. Zach?
I would bet money, probably.
Fuck. Why? Why must you do this to me? Why are you the way that you are? I hate
because
so many
I'm a
of the
sexy
things that
bastard,
you choose to be.
fuck.
Patrick, what about you? Do you see Venom 3 being Venom versus Spider-Man? Or Venom and Spider-Man versus Carnage? No, thank you.
Maybe
thank
it's Spider-Man fucking...
No, I'd like to see a Venom 3, especially because I have a lot of faith in Venom Let There Be Carnage because Andy Serkis is directing it. I have a lot of fucking faith because of that. But there's once... I think it's going to be Venom once again fighting a different symbiote, if not two. Not necessarily Spider-Man.
I hope you're right. I hope you're absolutely 1,000% right.
I think Venom's gonna fight Kraven.
That's what I was thinking. I'm kidding.
That'd be interesting. I would see that. I
was thinking he was because they've already done Riot. I was thinking that they're probably gonna do Scream. The Scream symbiote.
Scream. Yeah, I would bet on Scream. I always call Scream Riot, even though I know they're not the same.
But that's because they're the what is it? Part of the Lethal Protector, isn't it?
Yes.
That's the one.
Let me look that up.
Cosmic Venom. I want him to join the Guardians of the Galaxy. Let's do it.
That's Flash.
I know.
Thompson, that is. Oh, we had a jump. I apologize.
He does not apologize. He says he does, but he really does.
Scream, Lasher, Fag, Agony, and Riot are the Lethal Protector symbiotes.
If Tommy Wiseau was in the film, who would he be? He would probably be a better Morbius than Jared Leto.
He'd be Joker.
Oh, shut the fuck up.
He'd be Joker. I don't care.
Oh, hi there. I'm going to bite you now.
I was talking to one of my friends who's met him before.
Oh, hi, Peter.
He said that he is...
Oh, hi, Peter.
Person.
He's a what, sorry?
He's a person.
No, he's not. He's an alien. Everyone knows that.
Oh, hi, Peter.
Ooh, this is interesting. Expectations for What If episode 4. It's confirmed it's the Doctor Strange clone one. I didn't see that anywhere. But I hope we see Supreme Doctor Strange. I already have the pops over there. I just have the Shang-Chi here because I didn't change him in between shooting my review of Shang-Chi yesterday evening and now. But I cannot wait for that episode because I think that episode will clarify a lot of how these timelines connect, how they're going to converge, how they maybe affect Doctor Strange in the Multiverse of Madness. That's all I can say. That's all I will say. And so... yeah, I hope it's that one. I just don't know if it is.
I'm waiting till it's done before I even start the show. I need to binge it. I'm gonna binge it.
That's gonna be. I think that's gonna work out really well to binge that show.
That's why I'm deciding to do that because that did not work out with Loki. So I think with What If it's gonna be a little bit better.
Oh yeah. Lady Erin, what is the movie soundtrack or soundtracks you listen the most, and what is the movie score that you listen to the most? The movie soundtracks I listen to the most is La La Land and Annette, while the movie scores I listen to the most is La La Land and First Man. Let me bring the first part again. So scores, I listen to a lot of MCU scores. Patrick Doyle's score for the first Thor, Alan Silvestri for everything he did from Avengers to Captain America, Harry Jackman in Winter Soldier, in Civil War. I cannot wait to download the Shang-Chi score. Michael Giacchino did a wonderful job in the Doctor Strange score. I fucking adore that score. Man of Steel, obviously. Most things by Hans Zimmer. Most things by John Williams. Soundtracks, La La Land has got to be up there because I don't listen to a whole lot of soundtracks. So La La Land is up there. The Nice Guys is up there. Pulp Fiction. And yeah, I think that's it. I don't listen to a whole lot of other soundtracks that I can remember. So yeah, those are a few of the ones. How about you, Zach?
In the Heights lately for this year. Been blasting that.
Good shot. Good shot. That Greatest Showman too.
Greatest Showman. I have You're Welcome on my workout playlist from Moana.
Nice.
Score wise, honestly, the Tenet one. I would fucking blast that shit going down the street.
Especially
with the song from Travis Scott that's in there that's mixed into the score. Mm-hmm. Man, when you're driving down the street going fucking 80 and you're blasting that fucking thing, it feels like you're a part of that fucking car chase. I don't listen to a lot though unless the movie just came out. I don't go back a lot unless I'm doing something. And really, honestly, I only listen to music in the car. I don't have time, or at the gym. Like I don't have time in my house. Like I'm constantly going, or sleeping. Trying to think. The only other probably Star Wars. I mean, just like when that comes on, but Black Panther's soundtrack as well, and Spider-Verse's on repeat 24/7. Most of my playlist is literally all that. Guardians as well. Can't forget that.
Oh yeah, I listen to the soundtrack of Guardians more than I listen to the score. The score is really good though. Patrick, what about you?
As for soundtracks, look, basically anything related to like Guardians of the Galaxy or any movie that really incorporates all those sort of like pop 70s, 80s music, because like that's my favorite area of music. The Nice Guys, yeah. In regards to scores, though, anything John Williams, anything regarding like Lord of the Rings and The Hobbit, even like anything regarding like Thor Ragnarok had a phenomenal score as well that I absolutely fucking adored. I loved that score. Recently, I know it's not a movie, but I've had the soundtrack and the score for Demon Slayer on repeat when I'm driving, especially Gear Eng by Lisa. What an incredible fucking theme. And then as of watching My Hero Academia, Heroes Rising, I had the Might You theme playing during the don't know, Zach's have you seen Heroes Rising, Zach?
He has.
During the big battle with Bakugo and Deku at the end versing 9, that theme was just is that Footloose?
This is my new intro. You'll recognize.
Nice.
Yeah, there it is.
Nice. There it is.
Yeah.
Good shout on My Hero Academia. When I'm working out, I always start with You Say Run when I'm warming up. That's just fucking perfect.
Kingsman's Bonkers is the worst song to play on the highway, by the way. It is the worst fucking song to play when you're driving down the highway in the middle of the night. I can't tell you. A few months ago, I was pulled over for a speeding ticket because I was going like 160 kilometers an hour because I was
tell him why?
Did you tell him
why? Listen to me, motherfucker. You don't know who the fuck I am. You don't know the fuck I am anymore, okay? I'm the fucking Rhino, okay? You drive down street faster than me? No. You listen to me now, okay? Patrick? No, you don't have the beard anymore? What the fuck that go?
Yeah, the fresh shave.
No, put it back. You're starting to look like Ellie. You got the fucking tattoo. You got the long hair. Put that beard back on. Now you, where's your fucking mustache? Where's your fucking mustache? Where's your mustache?
Compliment because Ellie is fucking gorgeous.
She is.
It's true. It's true.
So
all right. Yoshi King, do you think Red Hood should get his own solo movie right now? Absolutely not.
Not the one in Titans.
Yeah, definitely not that one. If you make a Batman franchise where he gets Jason Todd and he trains Jason Todd and you have their relationship forming throughout the films and eventually you have the death of Jason Todd, the downfall, and the rebirth, then I want a Red Hood solo movie. He's my favorite Robin. I know, in popular opinion.
He's the best Robin.
I mean, it's an unpopular opinion, dude.
I guess that is because Nightwing. Can I be honest? I've never loved Nightwing, and everyone loves him, and I just don't get it.
I love Nightwing. I have never loved Nightwing as Robin.
Okay.
I've always preferred Nightwing.
You need to tell me comics. You need to tell me comics to read on Nightwing then, because I think that's why.
Dude. There's a run in the comics just called Grayson, which is basically James Bond, but it's Nightwing.
Really?
And it's fucking awesome.
Let me see.
Grayson. I don't remember who wrote it, and it's...
Spy comic.
Chris O'Donnell.
Ooh.
Yes. Yeah. Batman and Robin is beautiful.
Ooh, this is cool. I like the artwork.
Ren,
I just started reading the Eternals, by the way.
Nice. Nice, love it. By the way, yesterday the latest Eternals trailer played ahead of Shang-Chi.
Isn't it beautiful?
And we had to, I didn't see it. We had to have our phones on plastic bags, on locked, sealed plastic bags. And I was like, fuck, I don't want to watch this. So I just put on my headphones as the trailer started, and I tried to cover my ears. I didn't see anything, but I could hear almost anything. So when they actually stopped talking and we start to just hear explosions and actions, I'm like, okay, I don't understand shit of what is going on because I'm not actually looking. But yeah. What about the Thunderbolts? Are they still going to do that? I don't think they were ever going to do that. I don't think they were ever the plan. No, but people just believe they are. Zach, I think Zach believes they are. The whole thing that Valentina is doing, I don't think they're the Thunderbolts per se.
Because they leaked out that they are doing something like that.
Oh,
either Dark Avengers. We're doing something like that.
Yeah, I prefer Dark Avengers for sure.
The most notable, Daniel RPK, you know, tweets out some shit that he should not.
All right. Thoughts on The Losers? Very underrated movie, in my opinion. Never seen it. It has an incredible cast. It's got Chris Evans, Idris Elba, Jeffrey Dean Morgan, Zoe Saldana. So many famous names, so many great names, but I've actually never seen it. And from what I know, it's based on a little-known DC comic of the same name.
Yeah, super great film.
Zach, have you seen it, The Losers?
Yeah, I like it.
Okay. Patrick clearly hasn't seen it either, so Patrick and I are on the same level.
Maybe that's why I kind of didn't. I do know of it now that I look at it. I've seen the poster, and I'm like, yeah, I know what this movie is. I was going to watch it, but then I remembered that the same director did Slenderman.
Ooh.
And then I was just like, yeah.
But he did The Losers before, so I'll give him the benefit of that.
I know. I
shouldn't
deter it for that, and I do hate myself for doing that. I will probably watch it eventually. Like, admittedly, I do own the Blu-ray out there somewhere.
Oh, okay.
I did pick it up before Slenderman came out, and then I just never got around to watching it. Then I looked at it and then realized, yeah, Slenderman was kind of bad. And then I just never watched it.
Kinda. It's putting it generously. Lady Aaron, this may be too early to ask, but what is currently your favorite movie of the year and your least favorite movie of the year? Well, my least favorite movie of the year, it's really between He's All That and Demonic.
I'm going to go grab my least favorite movie of the year.
Okay.
Because I own it.
Why, though? I'm going to go with Demonic right now. My favorite movie of the year is still Malcolm and Marie. And right now, I fully believe, and I might be wrong, but right now, at this moment, I fully believe that the only movies that have a chance at dethroning it, it's my only A+ that I have given this entire year so far. I've given like 3 or 4 A's, and I've given quite a few A-. Not a whole lot, but a few. But my favorite is still Malcolm and Marie. Zach, what about you? Favorite and least favorite?
My number one's The Suicide Squad, man. I fucking love that.
Nice.
I've seen it fucking 10 times. I've seen it 7 in theaters and the rest all at home. I literally adore that film. That is one of my favorite comic book films of all time. I'm fucking just love it. My least favorite, I'm going to say 2 just because one no one's seen because it will never see the light of day. It was at Sundance and it was fucking awful. I mean, I've made better short films than this fucking movie. It's called Mother Schmuckers. There's a part where they eat a dog and I just, no, it's fucking terrible. Yeah,
no fucking way. Not gonna watch that.
You know, like, you always want to see how someone will, like, how the title card pops up, right?
Yeah.
It was interesting. They throw up on the screen and they wipe the logo in. It's fucking god-awful. But
not watching.
Also, Erwig and the Witch was fucking god-awful, too. So,
that's true.
The more I think about that movie, the more I dislike it, so...
All right, Patrick, favorite, least favorite?
Favorite is Demon Slayer Kimetsu no Yaiba, the movie, Mugen Train, without a fucking doubt. Right. Candyman is my second, but it's not even fucking close because no movie made me feel the way I did like Demon Slayer did earlier this year. I fucking fell in love with it. I didn't realize I would love Rengoku as much as I did. Even from the beginning of the film, where you see him just eating the fucking food, and he's like, tasty!
Delicious!
Delicious! It's just like, yeah, okay, I love this character already, but the fight between him and Akuzara and everything, and how he's literally like remembering with his sacrifice and everything from his childhood, his mother. It's like one of the most emotional rides I've been on with a movie ever. And man, fucking hell, Demon Slayer was incredible. Least favorite was my original least favorite was Cosmic Sin with Bruce Willis earlier this year.
I watched that one. I didn't watch that one. I put that one time to fall asleep to, and I did.
Yes, that was for some reason released theatrically Australia-wide, and I don't know why.
Nobody knows why. Bruce Willis doesn't know why.
I think I'm the only person who saw that movie, but it just got dethroned yesterday. When I went and picked up two phenomenal
Hang on. Oh, I saw it. Oh, okay. I wanted to guess what you might have seen yesterday.
Okay. Well, I picked up the Blu-ray. I picked up the Blu-ray yesterday because there was a 2 and get 1 free deal with Blu-rays at my local store.
Oh, okay.
I picked up these 2 and I got a free Blu-ray with it. I'm like, fuck it. It just came out on Blu-ray. I'll grab it. What do you think it is?
Give me a genre.
Horror, I'm gonna call it. I guess.
Horror. Is it? No, you like the Wrong Turn remake, I believe. Or at least like enjoyed it. At least it was no.
So I gave it a D+. I think it had potential.
Oh, okay.
It's one of those movies I saw so much potential for and could have been great, but there was a lot of missteps.
Okay.
So I don't hate that movie.
But I don't think it's that one.
No.
Also, it can't be the Monarch because it's not out yet. What did you hate that was horror? Zach, do you have any guesses?
Feature. It's a creature feature.
I have no idea.
I'm not remembering any creature feature this. Go ahead, show me what it is.
Blu-ray release.
Okay. What is it?
Great White.
I would have never guessed that. I don't know what the fuck that is.
From the producers of 47 Meters Down.
Ah, that's a ringing endorsement.
Yeah.
If I've ever seen one.
They rip off The Reef. They rip off Jaws. They rip off fucking like They rip off Jaws 4 of all fucking movies as well. That's when you know
Jaws
it's bad.
the Revenge.
There's an entire
best Jaws movie
at the end of the fucking film that is down below like a sunken ship, where a shark is somehow able to make this huge, like 20-foot great white shark can fit through these tiny ass fucking doors. And they kill a shark by shooting a flare in its mouth and they stab it to death.
Did you expect anything less, though?
I expected
it's a movie
to
called
at least
Great
have
White.
fun. I own Sharknado. Shark movies are my guilty pleasure, but this was just fucking boring. The acting was atrocious. None of the characters were like. The only characterization provided in the movie was the main actress's character was pregnant. That's it. And every single shot of her where it was like a medium shot was her with her arms like this to push her bosom together. To highlight her breasts. That's all you get characterization for any of them.
All right. Bruna Full of Sugar, who's downstairs, by the way. Billie Eilish is winning the Oscar for Best Song next year. Prepare for the Eilish premise. Can she still be nominated?
Why did you skip her comment on the
OnlyFans
page? The OnlyFans.
I didn't see it.
Oh, it was early on.
Okay, I didn't see it. My question, because I fucking love her song, but can she still be nominated?
Can I be honest?
That's the real question here. Oh, you gotta. I'm not even a Billie Eilish fan, and I love her song. I just hope it fits into the movie well.
That's why.
But right now, I would still give her best song in my opinion. I just don't know if she can still be nominated.
The Baby from Annette's actually coming for best song.
All right. Eric Thorpe, what's the best double feature in your opinion of movies that are not connected in any extremely obvious ways? Like not the same franchise at least.
Human Centipede and a Serbian film.
Two great. Which ones?
Human Centipede and a Serbian film. If you want to fucking never sleep again.
Oh Jesus. Ooh, two movies. So I've only done double features twice in my life, like going to the movies, to the theater, and see two movies. Once, and because they were out on the same weekend, was X-Men First Class and The Hangover 2. I don't remember if I saw them in that order, but I watched those two on the same day, one right after the other. And the other one, I cannot for the life of me remember what I saw in terms of double feature. A good one, I think, is watching... Like right now, I think two amazing double features you could do is Suicide Squad, The Suicide Squad. Never watch Suicide Squad. The Suicide Squad and Free Guy, or come next week, The Suicide Squad and Shang-Chi. I think that's going to be an amazing double feature. Extremely good action, good character, good story, but in such different ways in both those movies. So that's one. That's one I'll say for me. Zach, what about you?
Back when my friend used to work at the movie theaters, we would always do double features. So when I was starting out my channel, he'd hook it up with free movies. So I did Central Intelligence and Finding Dory, and then another week.
Oh, that's nice.
Warcraft and Popstar, and then he got
one of
fired,
those is nice.
For stupid reasons.
Ooh.
So he's a fucking idiot. But as a double feature that is really good actually right now, Annette and the Sparks Brother documentary.
Okay.
Ooh, I've only seen one of those.
I will tell you right now.
I haven't seen
it. I didn't
either.
know who the Sparks were going into Annette. I probably wouldn't have liked Annette because I wouldn't have understood their tone. But the second I saw Music by the Sparks, I was like, all right, this is going to be
It's going to be weird.
Yep. The baby.
All right. Yeah. Patrick, what about you?
Believe it or not, one of the best double features I ever did was while I was waiting for, because I'd already seen it because I got a screener sent to me, but for Zack Snyder's Justice League, I was waiting for it to come out on binge so I could watch it again and again and again and again. But I watched Shaun of the Dead right beforehand while I was waiting for it to drop. And Shaun of the Dead and Zack Snyder's Justice League was like the perfect double feature that night. It was like, an easy 6 hours of movies. Grab yourself some popcorn or a nice fucking hot meal. Sit down with your family and watch Shaun of the Dead and Zack Snyder's Justice League back to back. And it's fun, emotional, and just a riveting ride the entire 6 hours.
I would never mix those two together, and I think that sounds really fucking fun.
We have a special guest here, by the way.
I thought you were recording.
We do.
No, we're streaming.
Oh, that's you.
What's up?
Want a hug?
You wanted a hug? All right.
Oh,
Wholesome moments on the podcast.
Meet my sister.
Welcome to the show.
want a hug?
Ren says, welcome to the show. Ren! Ren and Zach.
Hey.
Ren and Zach.
Never heard of them.
Okay.
Patrick is not spreading the good word. Patrick's not spreading our name around in Australia.
She just doesn't listen.
No, I listen every time.
Because you're female. No, I shouldn't say that. I'm kidding. Love you.
You're lucky Mum's not in here.
It's 2 a.m. almost. You should go to bed again. Help.
Have you guys seen The Watch with Ben Stiller? It's hilarious. Bye, Patrick's sister.
Bye. Love you too.
Is this the neighborhood? Yeah, I saw it. I thought it was okay. I thought it was perfectly watchable. I had a few laughs. Patrick, have you ever seen it?
I've never seen it. I've heard of it briefly. I know almost nothing about it, though.
It's really fun. I like it.
All right. Are there any genres that you almost always are bored by? For me, it's almost every comedy movie bores me to some degree, even if it's a pretty good movie. I may prefer comedy over horror because I don't like being scared much, but I can't quite say horror bores me as much. I wouldn't say it bores me because I actually have to watch the movie to know if it bores me. To me, it's not a genre thing, but whenever someone asks me, is there a genre that you dislike more than others? I don't think it's a genre per se, but I always go for documentaries. Documentaries are never something I'm like, oh, I don't care what it's about. I'm just not inclined to watch it. You have to really fucking sell me on a documentary for me to watch it. That's how I ended up watching 3 Perfect Strangers. So yeah, if there's any that I'd say that about, and even then, I don't know if bored is the right word, but it's for sure documentaries. Patrick, do you have any?
Even then, like, documentaries have always been fascinating to me, like the documentary series where it's like episodes of the documentaries. I think the information that they can provide is really, really fascinating, especially like film documentaries. The O.J. Simpson case one was really, really awesome when that was on TV a few years ago. There's, as you said, there's not really any genre that particularly bores me because I always go into a movie wanting to give it the benefit of the doubt and always give it like a chance. And like if that movie bores me, it bores me. But it's, as you said, not a genre specific thing because I like all genres equally. So yeah, like I even love rom-coms, believe it or not. I love rom-coms.
All right, Zach, what about you? Do you have any?
It's just tough. The concept really has to sell me, or I have to hear great things about it. Like you said, 3 Perfect Strangers or Identical Strangers. That's the one that I was like, holy shit.
Identical Strangers, yeah.
Yeah. And then Won't You Be My Neighbor was another one. So it just depends.
Alrighty. Guys, are you watching Titans so far? Season 3 is very impressive and heartbreaking. I am not. I don't watch Titans because I've never been a fan of the Teen Titans in any medium. So I've never even watched the show. So I'm not saying the show is bad. Maybe if I did watch the show would convince me and I would fucking love the Teen Titans forever. But I'm just not inclined to. It didn't sell me on the trailers, didn't sell me on the show, so I just never gave it a watch. So maybe it is impressive, it is heartbreaking. Maybe I would fucking love that show, but that's one I never even gave a chance, didn't even bother, because I don't like him in the comics, I don't like him in animation, I don't like him in anything. Patrick?
In all honesty, I haven't watched Titans since halfway through season 1. I kind of just didn't get back into it, so I can't really make any comments.
Alrighty. Zach?
I don't care. Let's be honest.
Nice.
I wish I did, but I don't. I'm sorry, guys. I really don't care.
And people are really passionate about Billie Eilish's "No Time to Die" song, which is called "No Time to Die." So I don't know why I said it that way. With good reason. Luis Feliciano, good friend of the show, says there's no way Billie Eilish's "No Time to Die" is not winning at the Oscars next year. The only competition it has is the Cruella soundtrack, which had a really good main theme. Nice pick, Zach. I'm still confused on how Tenet did not get nominated, for Best Score at the Oscars. Same thing happened to Justin Hurwitz for First Man, who had the best score of 2018, but he didn't even get nominated. Roomful of Sugar. Birds of Prey soundtrack is the only one that I have constantly on my Spotify. Ryan O'Toole. That Tenet score, Driving, is the only way I listen to that score. Who should be Batman's next villain? Guys, I am finally coming back with the fan casting videos this week because you guys gave me a tough one. You wanted me to fan cast The Batman 2. I had to work some things because I have to hypothesize on the first movie that I still haven't seen. I wish I did at this point. In an alternate universe, another Ren has seen it at this point because it has come out because we didn't fucking eat bats like we shouldn't. But yeah, I'm finally coming up with it this week, and I actually have 2 villains in that movie. Patrick?
I'd like to see Clayface.
Well, you're gonna have to watch my video now then. Zach?
Clayface was actually one of the ones I was gonna say. I think Matt Reeves will eventually actually do Clayface. I will say he'll probably bring us another Joker. It's just inevitable. The guy loves the Batman. But I'm saying this right now, Mr. Freeze. I want another Mr. Freeze. And
You definitely have to watch my video.
And I want Jason Isaacs.
Not Jason Isaacs.
The Ice Age!
The Ice Age! Come on! Dominici Scott, does this mean we might get What If Star Wars? Would you be down for it? Yes, if they did it, I would be down for it. They're not going to do it. I don't think there's a chance at all that they do that. Zach, what do you think?
Let me tell you right now, if they did, I hope they do What If the Duel of Fates was made.
Yes.
Ooh. Though, even if they did What If Star Wars, I doubt they do that. For obvious reasons.
What if Finn was a Jedi?
Oh, nice. I like that.
They did that
like
in
that
Lego
one.
The Holiday Special.
But that's not canon, so...
Yes, it is.
Is it actually?
Okay,
Is it actually canon?
From what I understand, it technically counts as canon.
Oh shit, I didn't know that.
All right. All right, I'm going to answer this one question next from Dominici Scott, because Zach and Patrick, from what I know, aren't too much into Power Rangers, so I'm going to answer this one, and then we do 3 more questions, and we end the show, because I have to leave, because Bruno wants to go to Forbidden Planet before Candyman. All right, how about What If Power Rangers? Like, what if Jason, Zach, and Trini never left the Power Rangers? That is actually canon. You can read it right now in the Power Rangers comics, because they are actually the Omega Rangers. Fucking awesome suits. Hang on. This collection right here, this line, the Lightning Collection figures, I want the Omega Rangers in this line. So please, Hasbro, do your thing. You're doing an amazing job with this collection, so keep cranking them out. Alrighty then. I'm searching for more questions.
Hang on, really quickly. Did you guys see the Spider-Man Marvel Legends series Iron Spider electronic helmet?
Yes! Yes, I did.
Because I made my pre-order. I made my pre-order yesterday.
Zach, did you do your pre-order?
Yeah, I'm going to wear it every day on the podcast when I get it.
Alrighty.
I have a Mandalorian, a Star-Lord, and then I have Boba Fett's new helmet pre-ordered. And now I have that pre-ordered. So,
wow.
Fuck me.
I can get a Toga action figure. Yes.
Oh.
She makes me feel things.
Ooh, this is good. The View with Drew. That's a cool name. Who is your favorite superhero casting choice? Mine is Hugh Jackman as Wolverine. So, I actually tweeted something yesterday. I think on the Mount Rushmore of superhero casting, and it doesn't have to be just 4, just because we call it Mount Rushmore. There's Robert Downey Jr., the 2 Chris's, Hemsworth and Evans, Harley Quinn as Margot Robbie as Harley Quinn, Hugh Jackman as Wolverine is up there, Ryan Reynolds as Deadpool is up there, and now Simu Liu as Shang-Chi has joined that very special group, in my very humble opinion. Amongst them all, for longevity's sake, I gotta answer the same thing you did, Drew. I gotta go with Hugh Jackman as Wolverine. I think it's always been phenomenal casting. And his movies in general, exceptions, X-Men Origins Wolverine, helped in all that. Zach, what about you? If you had to choose one.
What do you mean? Out of the ones you said, or just anything?
No, if you agree with me, sure. If you disagree, whichever one.
So
which is the number one?
Said, yeah, and then everyone you said on Twitter too, like Harley Quinn, stuff like that. Yeah. But I want to go a little bit different. I want to say someone that you haven't said yet. Ryan Reynolds is Deadpool. I think that's an iconic cast. Oh, you did? Oh, okay. Let me do someone else.
I mentioned him, but I didn't choose him. He can be your number one if you want.
Chadwick Boseman.
Yep. I cannot disagree at all with that.
I'll say this: Kevin Feige has not missed the mark on any of the casting. Every single by the end of all these people's careers or running times as these superheroes, you can. There's the argument can be made that they can't be replaced. You know what I mean?
100%.
Chris Hemsworth. I know we just got T'Challa as Star-Lord, but seriously, I love Chris Pratt as Star-Lord. Rocket Raccoon, Bradley Cooper's voicing there. I mean, I remember when I was outside, I was like, really? That's who's going to do the voice? And then you hear it, and you're like, all right, I love it. Drax, Nebula, by the end of Thanos, it's wonderful. I mean, they do such a great job with it. And I mean, look what they just did with Shang-Chi. I mean, once again, a brand new character in the MCU. I fucking love him already. Usually it takes me like a couple things to kind of start to love him. I love him. I literally love him. He's one of the best.
Simu is a fucking superstar. Patrick?
I'm going to step away from the DC and Marvel side of things in regards to their cinematic universes. I know that Harbour could do a good job with this character. Too bad his movie sucked. But Ron Perlman as Hellboy.
Yeah.
Perlman as Hellboy is one of the best fucking castings in any movie ever, in my opinion, because he is such a good character actor, and he embodies the role of Hellboy so well in Hellboy and Hellboy Golden Army. He's so fucking good. And I think that's something that you and I actually discussed a few years ago, Ren, when we recorded one of the Hellboy reviews back before the new one came out. But
yeah.
So, but honestly,
he's
Perlman as Hellboy is so fucking good.
Yeah, I fully agree. I still want that third one. It's not going to happen, especially now that we had the other one. But
yeah, we're going outside of that realm. Let's give a shout out to Aaron Taylor Johnson, Big Daddy, and the whole cast of Kick-Ass.
Ooh, nice. Yeah, good shout.
Yeah,
good shout for sure.
Oh, and fucking Billy Crudup as Dr. Manhattan.
Dr. Manhattan, yes.
Even though Yahya Abdul-Mateen was fucking incredible in that role. That was him, right? He's the one in Watchmen. Abdul-Mateen.
Yeah.
I was trying to remember. I was he got nominated, and I think he won.
All right. Penultimate question. Oh, Pokemon question. I've just been watching new episodes of the Pokemon anime, as there are new episodes that air in Japan every Friday, and they go on YouTube. Ren, have you been watching the new Pokemon anime? No. I don't watch the Pokemon anime anymore. I grew tired of it eventually, and I already watch a ton of other stuff. I play the games. I'll watch the movies when they come out. Just last year during the pandemic, the height of the pandemic, because we're still in it, people. We're still in it. I watched all the movies that I had never seen, and then I finished it up by watching my favorite Pokemon movie, Pokemon 3, Mystery of the Unknown. That's the best Pokemon movie still. And I watched a few of the other ones that I had missed and never seen. Zach, do you still watch... Do you still watch the Pokemon anime?
Fuck no. You think I got time for that?
I thought I might just ask. And Patrick, last week we covered this.
Here's the thing. You want to think I have time and shit to do this. I barely have time to get up and jerk off before I have to go do shit for the day, you know? It's that type of shit.
Usually that's my way of putting myself to sleep.
Alrighty. Eric Thorpe reviews. Let's finish this one because I'm sure there won't be disagreements at all or controversy with this question. What if they did a what if Game of Thrones show? What would you want out of it? Patrick, do you watch Game of Thrones? Have you seen the whole of Game of Thrones?
Was actually good.
Well, it is. It's solid.
Yeah,
I think the first 3 episodes are great. It's not that bad. I don't think it's as bad as many people say it is.
I will still argue this. The biggest problem with the last 2 seasons, they were just rushed. Everything made sense. Yeah. There's just no connection. What I mean? Like Bran becoming the king, I got it. Daenerys turning evil, I got it. Guess why?
I got it, ma.
Especially if you've read the book. The books point towards this shit and give a lot more context. Yes, a lot of different events happen in the books and they changed a lot of shit, but I will argue till I'm blue in the face that yes, the last season was disappointing to a lot of fans, but when I watched that, when Daenerys lit up everyone, my mind was fucking blown. I didn't even think for a second. Because I sat there and I'm like, this is in line with her character. She is not a good person. She's fucking killed people before. And that's just always been my thing. I understand, but I'll put it this way. This show should have been 10 seasons. Show should have been 10 seasons. That's it. And you could have fleshed it all out more and everything of that nature, and people wouldn't have been mad. Well, sure, there probably still would have been, but it would have made more sense. It's just rushed. That's it. Like, I don't hate the last season, but I also don't love it. It's just fine. But you know what? Ain't my least favorite season. My least favorite still too.
Yeah, I agree.
Really? I'm actually in the minority. I actually really enjoy season 2.
Dude, I wish I did.
I enjoy it. I don't think there's a bad season of Game of Thrones.
Same.
In fact, one of the things I do love about season 2, it's one of my favorite things in the entire show, and that's the whole interaction and relationship between Tywin Lannister and Arya Stark. Yep. It's fucking phenomenal, and that's the first time. I already thought she was good in season 1, but when I saw season 2 and I saw little Maisie Williams acting against the powerful Charles Dance, I was like, this young lady is going places. She has the chops.
She's my favorite character in the show.
She's amazing.
The Hound.
Patrick, what about you? What would be your Game of Thrones what if scenario?
What if Bran could walk?
Ooh, nice. I like that. Hodor wouldn't have had to die.
If he couldn't walk, what would that lead to? Like, so many things would be different.
Yeah.
I have another one.
Or fly, like they said he could fly. I know it's metaphorical. He flies through other stuff. It was a joke, everyone. All right.
What if Jon
My
Snow
what if scenario
with his aunt?
My what if scenario, and I say this as a fan of season 8. What if Jon Snow's actual identity mattered to the course of the story? Because that's the most disappointing thing for me about the entire show. We build and finally get to that amazing reveal that as a fan of the books, as a fan of the show, I had been waiting years for, and then it doesn't matter.
Yeah.
It really doesn't matter. Like, they reference it, they're like, oh, we should do something about this, and then they don't do anything about it either way.
Again, that just goes back to why it was rushed.
Yeah, super rushed. That by far was the most disappointing thing about the show for me.
Years from now, though. I mean, years from now, they will remake that show. They will remake it. It's inevitable. But when they remake it, they know we got to do this better than the first time. You just got to really much redo the last 2 seasons. Like, you could do everything else perfect until the last 2 seasons. Then you just got to expand a little more. That's my only issue. It should have been expanded more. Yeah.
All right, let me answer quickly this last question. Network 98, Zach, Patrick, and Ren. What if there was a movie with a budget of $0? There is. It's a short film called Voyager. It was made by me. It was my bachelor's film to get my bachelor's degree. I made it with no money. I paid everyone with pizza for dinner. That's it. Yeah, I made the I made the costumes. I got the costumes myself and put it on everyone. I had an amazing team that helped me out, including Bruna and many more people. So, yes, it exists. It's a short film, but I'm right now writing it into a book that it's not going to be able to come out this year because I'm not satisfied with some of the supporting characters, and I want to give people the best story possible. So yeah. All right, everyone. That's it for the show. Thank you for the amazing questions. Thank you for those who supported the show, for John Lover for his donation. Thank you to Patrick for being here. And Patrick, where can the people find you online?
You can find me over at the YouTube channel. Just type in my name, Patrick Burrow, as you can see on the screen right now. You can also find me on Instagram, Twitch, and Snapchat, and Twitter. That's basically it. You get updates as to all the new videos coming out shortly. I do movie reactions, movie reviews, and lots of horror content. We've got some anime stuff coming out very soon. Ren and Zach already know this. I've got a reaction coming out tomorrow. I'm just going to finish up some touches on the editing for Season 3, Episode 11 of My Hero Academia. And then last night I recorded my reaction to My Hero Academia, the movie Heroes Rising, which I cannot fucking wait to post in about 3 weeks.
All right, Zach, where can the people find you?
So you guys can find me at Zach Pope Reviews. Also, I'm starting a video game channel with Christian from Film Optics and Geekly Goods.
And he didn't invite me? I'm kidding. I'm kidding.
I was about to say, look out! Please follow us on Twitter and go subscribe to that page. We have some big announcements coming to where people can join. That's all I'll say.
Oh.
We pretty much, in a sense, I'll kind of like give a little bit of a tease here. We want it to become the AMC movie talk of video games. We want it to be big. Ooh. That's our plan down the road. And we just wanted to have as much content as possible as like your one-stop shop for video game stuff. So we're excited. We're going to re-upload like a bunch of audio stuff, but I have a Mass Effect Andromeda video essay that I'm creating for it. And pretty much all my video game content will live on there, and all my movie and TV stuff will live on my channel, which makes me happy because I'm excited for that. Other than that, I don't know what the fuck I'm doing this week besides What If. This is the first week in a while where I actually got a screening invite, but it's the same night as I'm taking my friend to see Shang-Chi, so I'm like, well, I can't do that. I don't know why you schedule it on a Thursday, but yeah, I don't know. We'll see. Oh, my girlfriend's going to rank all the Marvel films. I'm making her do that.
Nice.
So
all right.
I'm trying to convince her to watch Loki and Falcon. She just does not like the Falcon, and she just doesn't want to watch Loki, and I'm like, I know you'll love it. Just fucking watch them so you can do everything.
Fucking watch them, goddammit!
I know. The same thing with WandaVision. She didn't like the first 3 episodes, and then she finally binged it, and she loved it. So I'm like, I know you'll like Loki.
All right. I'm everywhere at Ren Geekness, Letterboxd, Twitter, YouTube, and at Ren Vieira 93 on Instagram. More of a personal account, but I always let you know what I'm watching when I'm watching it. This week, I got What If. I got Yakuza Princess. Tomorrow, I'm going to be giving you... No, not tomorrow. On Monday, I'm going to be giving you a review for that. And I think that's it. By the way, I haven't mentioned this a lot, but if you guys want a badge like Bruna, you can now become a member over on my channel. So go to the community. There's a membership tab if you go to like my main channel page. And if you can join and maybe become a member. And if we get members, we'll have exclusive content. It's all listed there on the tiers if you go and become a member. Thank you so much, everyone, for watching. Thank you so much for being here. Get hyped for Shang-Chi. Get hyped for everything that's coming this week your way, whether it be series, movies. Thank you again for Patrick for being here. Thank you again for Zach for being here to host with me. And until the next one, as always, love each other and love the movies.